bit more up on the angles. It's okay, okay. Sorry, this is not my normal setup, so the angle situation is a little precarious at best with this car mount, but I'm in between shifts, so it'll have to do. And let me take off my name tag so it's just not in the way here. Hi book besties, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are seeing my face for the first time, hi, my name is Maya and I like to talk about books here on the internet. I have a small window of time to be able to make this video, but you know, I planned a lot for the first half of this month for Booktober, for specific videos. The second half of the month was really just going to be just random off-the-cuff ideas, anything that I thought of. The whole witchy book recommendations was so out of the blue. I didn't think I would do that. I do like that I had the time to do that, and I actually have enough books for another recommendations video, but I will not be able to do it this month for Booktober, and that's okay because all of these are more fall recs than they are just specifically October recs, although we do tend to lean more towards the spooky around Halloween, so I do understand that, and lean more towards the fantastical in November, so I do get it. So I am trying to cater the recommendations to November so that, you know, mid-October you guys are getting these recs, you'll have something to spark interest maybe for your November TBRs as we are going into the new month. Stuff like that was definitely just like unplanned, unscripted. I did have other plans to maybe do specific catered themed vlogs towards the readathon that I'm doing, which is TBR Harvest, although I still may be able to do that, but the video wouldn't be coming out this month, it would be coming out next month. So there's just a lot of things that are going on and in my head, and I want to produce videos that I am proud to publish. And you know, there are times where, you know, a video may be for me a little bit rushed, but at the end of the day I'm proud of it. I did not have any idea for this video what I wanted to do, and I didn't have the time to be able to make an adequate video, to be able to upload it on the time that I was hoping to, because I am trying to hit that consistent every 3 days upload schedule for the long form videos and then do short form in between. I think it's working out really well. I really like that schedule, and to be honest, it is something that I can upkeep in between my two jobs, which I like that a lot. So I want to maybe do that more moving on for this reading year. I know last bookish year I was posting once a week and then twice a week when I had readathons. So, you know, I was learning how to be consistent, how to kind of really work the system in a way that I could work smarter, not harder, and be able to produce more, but also to be able to produce the same quality that I have. Not that there's much quality here, but you know, you guys seem to like it. I need your guys' help because I have some ideas in my head, but they were all gonna take a significant amount of time in the way that I wanted to do these. And here's why. I could just sit down and I could just yap, and I have done that, but there are certain things where I just don't think it's wise to just yap and yap and yap with no purpose, with no structure for the type of topics that I would like to yap about, specifically because I have been recommended in my feed a fair few videos of booktubers specifically, but just people in general commentating on the bookish community, and certain conversations have popped up. Now, what I will say is I don't want to lean into the drama or the negative, but I do want to lean into certain conversations about the bookish community because I think people have questions, and I think it would be really cool to talk about it. And it wouldn't be every single video, gosh darn no. I would like to talk about, either some common misconceptions or some hidden gems in the bookish community that maybe even us as readers don't even know, or things maybe that I have learned about the bookish community that has made this kind of hobby of isolation turn into a hobby of community, right? So there is some things that I think we can add value and substance to a conversation, and that is just going to take a little bit more time, a little bit more sit down, think through things. And I have a few, more than a few, topics of conversation that I would like to talk with you guys about. And specifically, I have 3 options on the table right now. And I want to know your thoughts. What would you like me to start off with first? Like, I would love to do, maybe not every month, maybe if we're stretching it every other month. I would really like to sit down with these, and I would really like to really think through my thoughts. It's less about, heavily researched, deep dive conversations. It's just more so, what was the video that inspired this? What are my thoughts on the video? What are my thoughts outside of the video? And then what substance or things can we learn from this? And what are the different perspectives that I see just as myself? And then, in the comments, we can talk about what perspectives you guys see, what you guys think about it, and really generate a discussion. And then from there, I would like to be able to, at some point, be able to even take our perspectives in the comments and produce that as a video on the channel. So you have the video that had, the inspiration video plus my thoughts, and then, the reference to all of that and a little bit of a summation, and then all of the perspectives of the peoples in the comments, and generate just further conversations, because I think it's worth it for that. And it's not going to just be everything on my channel, far from. It's going to be very few and far between, but I think it's something that could be a good addition to this channel, because that's stuff I like to do and talk about. I like to talk about the deeper meanings behind why I love this community, why I think the certain ways that I think, why I read the certain ways that I read, why I have this type of perspective. And it could give you guys a gauge of who I am and what my perspective is, so that when you come to my videos and you see my reviews, you can then determine for yourselves, well, I know this about her, therefore I can make a, pretty good decision based off of that, whether our tastes will align or not. Not only is it a thing for, our reading taste, but just to expand and to just get to know each other as people a little better. I mean, I know that sounds a little bit parasocial, but you know what I'm talking about, right? We keep it non-parasocial here. We keep it non-delulu. I mean, we go into a little bit of delulu for things that we can be a little delulu for, my book boyfriend specifically. You guys ain't delulu. You guys can get it all day, every day, with any character that you want. Pick a character, you got it. I just have the worst luck. All of mine are taken. Don't have a preference for women or are dead. So that's tea. I just wanted to come on here and give you guys first off the pitch, and then also the options. So I have quite a fair few in my head, but the 3 that are really just popping up for me, and specifically, this is so hilarious actually. I just recently watched a video from Wicked Reading. I kid you not, I had not even a year ago seen a video by another creator who is a literary person, I would say, but that's not their main topic of conversation on their channel, kind of talk about this specific thing in regards to the bookish community, and then bring into play certain booktubers, wherein I then deep dived into one of them, and I now watch her stuff pretty frequently, and I actually really like her videos. I think they're great. I do find it a little interesting, the different types of reviewers, I'll say, and readers that are out there, and I just think it's quite fascinating, and it leads into a different topic as well. But first, let me state this topic, and that is anti-intellectualism. Try saying that 5 times fast. In the bookish community, specifically in the book talk leaning space, specifically in the romantasy sector. Another topic that, actually both topics that kind of can go in different directions here, is the misconceptions of romantasy and it having as much of an effect on book talk as people outside of the bookish community think that it is. Or maybe I just have a better algorithm, I don't know. Because my algorithm knows, yeah, I'm not really a romance girly. Like, I like a little romance in my books, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if I'm necessarily a romance girly. Then I've been seeing this, and I think it's actually very poignant and very relevant, because I saw a video from Leandra the TBR0 in response to, I forget the channel name now, oh my goodness, in response to another YouTuber, booktuber specifically, who was talking about kind of curating your own algorithm so that you are not seeing the same thing and the same recommendations, and the kind of misconception that everything is same on YouTube. And then also, I watched the video that I just mentioned prior to this, and I believe it's Wicked Reading that made this video, and she also mentions shaping your own algorithm and what that means and kind of what might need to happen in order for there to not be a lot of same stuff. But then also too, there other aspect of social media, which is, you know, certain viral trends. People are obviously going to follow that because obviously it's doing well, it's getting the likes and the views and the engagement, and we're creating here on this platform. We want likes and views and engagement. Now, that may not be our driving factor, and for most of us it isn't. Like, this is fun for us. This is a hobby. We're building community. But yes, in order to build a community, you need eyes on your channel to build that community, right? So, you know, there is an aspect of that. And what do you do in order to get that engagement? Well, you do the things that other people are doing that seem to be working because people seem to like that. And while we may like other stuff as well, you know, once something takes off and is getting a lot of eyes, YouTube is then like, oh, let's promote this specifically. And even if there's something else that is getting good, you know, views and engagement every once in a while, it might not push out that kind of video as much as it's pushing out other stuff. And that's why there's waves and stuff. So, you know, there's a lot of interconnectivity in this, but they are definitely three different topics. So to not muddy the waters, the topics are anti-intellectualism in the bookish community, and does that have any sort of weight or bearing, and some other conversational pieces that could follow, the misconceptions of romantasy, and curating your own algorithm to get the videos that you want and promote other booktubers in the space and their videos to maybe get a rise of a trend of videos that you prefer. So, I don't know, let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below, or maybe there's other topics that you would like to hear being talked about. Like, I know we all like to have our different people that we like to hear from because it's just interesting. We like to hear their thoughts and their perspectives. So, you know, if there's something that miraculously you want to hear my opinion on, feel free to drop that in the comment section down below and let me know. Also, let me know if you guys want to see videos like that. I am going to probably talk about those three specific topics anyway, just because they feel very relevant and very important. If you want the video to be expedited, it definitely will. I do want it to be thought through and looked at. You know, I want to look at the videos again. I really want to like sit down, write out my thoughts, and then, you know, kind of bring a more structured, more thought through, rather than off the cuff conversation, because I do feel like that is important and I should put a little bit more weight into that. But let me know, and yeah, we can chat it up in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, for taking the time out of your day to do so. I hope you guys are having an amazing month of reading, and I will leave all of the readathons. I have been looking more into November readathons at the end of the list, so that's where you will find them. And then all of the readathons that I'm either participating in or do recommend for the October months, even though it's practically over. Where did the time go? I will still have all of them linked in the description box down below, as well as my socials, which is my Bookstagram, my Instagram, my lifestyle channel, this channel, Vocal, and I believe that is all because I think I tried to get Lemonade on there and it just didn't seem to be working, at least not from the desktop. So we shall see what happens. But thank you guys so much for watching, for taking the time out of your day to do so, and as always, thank you guys so much for being the absolute best bookish besties that ever was, is, or ever will be. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Bye!